Let's rewind back to 2021.
Let's see the cankles. Oh my gosh.
Fast forward to today, and I promise all of that silliness will make sense if you watch all the way through to the end. And spoiler alert, I share some of the most incredible diving experiences I've ever had in my life, so make sure you stick around. Alright, I'm going to take you guys on a tour to my laundry. This is it here. So I've got my washing machine and my dryer. I really love this dryer because it has this little mechanism where it just sucks all the water out of the clothes and towels and everything, so it efficiently dries them all and I can get my laundry done quicker. And one of the most important bits of gear in my eyes is this bad boy. So I love scuba diving, and so does the owner of this yacht. This is what's going to be filling up the scuba tanks, which are located underneath my feet here. Just a really quick tutorial for anyone that hasn't seen this before is this little doobie whacker. You essentially put it onto the tank, and then all you do is press a green button and then it will fill it up to how much air you need. So I love this bit of gear. It essentially allows me to do my favorite thing in the world, scuba diving. And coming over to this side, I've also got a chest freezer in my laundry, and this is very important for the longer trips we do or any last minute trips. I've been getting into bulk cooking meals and then cryovaccing it just so I can pull it out of the freezer. Worst case scenario, if we run out of food on a long trip, there's another good bit of gear that I've got in my laundry. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed your tour. It's not that big of a space, but it works for me, and especially when we're out here floating. We're currently at Lady Musgrave Island, which is very surreal. Right in front of me, behind the camera there, is a boat that I used to work on. I used to come out here 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and I'd be scuba diving, culling the crown-of-thorns starfish. Those of you who don't know what crown-of-thorns starfish are, they're the biggest pests of the ocean. So you would be scuba diving, looking at this absolutely amazing bit of coral, and then you just see a white patch where they've sucked all of the life out of it. So we would have a bottle of vinegar floating on our back that was connected to a gun, and we would have to inject the starfish, just say this is a starfish here. So we'd have to inject it 3 times, and it would have to be perfectly injected. Otherwise, these freaky things, they just drop their limb and then turn into 2. And you'd have to be very gentle, because if you distressed the starfish, it would release all of its eggs. They have thousands of eggs that just become released. So that is a pretty surreal thing for me to acknowledge, that I'm on a very beautiful yacht where I used to be diving over there 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, which was the most incredible job. But yeah, laundry tour turned into my background story. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next week.